to the Spicy Booknook, where we discuss all of our favorite and not so favorite dark and dirty book series. We're your hosts, Aj.
And Tay. So without further ado, let's get into it. Today we will be reviewing Silver Linings Drawn by Elisa and Pratt. Please be aware that there will be spoilers and explicit content for mature audiences only. There were no trigger warnings for this book at all. I believe the author said that it was a level 2 spice, but nothing crazy by any means.
So overall, what did you think of it?
I thought it was really cute. I enjoyed it. Again, it was a break from, I think the dark books that we be reading, like The Sinner and The Ritual, were our like last super dark books, and I read it right after that, so it was nice to have something a little lighter, except for the beginning of the book had me shocked because it was not light. She was getting like abused in the beginning of the book, and from what I thought I was going to read, I didn't think I was going to read that, but it all tied in pretty well, and I liked it.
It did, but I agree. Like, I think we read a lot of just really dark, just stuff. And so this book was just such a nice, like, little breath of fresh air. Like you said in the beginning, it did start out a little, crazy with her getting abused, and I was like, oh God, what are we getting into? But then
Yeah.
it did, like, it turned into kind of more about like her friendship with her best friend, which I loved because I thought their friendship was just like so beautiful, and her best friend just like really loved her even though they went a little bit of time without talking because of her abusive relationship. Like, I like the fact that her best friend didn't judge her and just still like welcomed her with open arms, even though their relationship was kind of strained a little bit just because of that relationship. Like, I love that so much.
Right. That it was really cute. I really enjoyed like her and Jamie. I believe the main character's name in the is Carla, correct?
Hmm.
Yeah, so Carla and Jamie and their friendship, honestly, it reminded me of like me and you because, you know, even if we do take some time to, live life and, you know, be hectic in our own crazy lives, we still, come together like it's nothing. And I feel like that Eliza definitely like tied that in with this story. Like she had that right.
Yeah, I agree. And it was a nice little break because in the beginning, she's being abused and it's just like so heavy, and then it goes to like she goes to stay with her best friend, and it's just like her best friend is so just like she just wants to take care of her and wants her to, feel loved and want her to know that she has somebody. And I was just like, oh my God, this book is so cute. Like, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but like their friendship alone, I was like, this is just amazing. Because, like, if you were going through something like that, like, I would also like want you to come stay with me and want you to feel like you were supported.
Yeah, Jamie definitely reminded me of you because like she, you know, takes in all the strays,
Because
and
she is shelter and I'm a shelter.
you're a shelter and you take in all the strays. And while I thought that was just like the cutest thing in the world. Like it was really believable, and I think that's why I liked it. It was I've witnessed you take in people and really care for them like they are your own and like your best friend and stuff like that. So I think it's just it was well written to have that friendship in the book. I did find it a little strange that she had that secret admirer and Shotty did not put two and two together, that she just met
Yeah.
like a dude.
That was, I would say, like, at first I was like, okay, this is going good. And then once she started getting like random shit, I was like, girl, what the hell? And then at first she like wasn't alarmed enough for me. Like, I felt like
Yeah.
she wasn't alarmed enough because when she gets the call and they're like, oh, we got your resume. Like, we want you to come in. Like, I'd be like, what the hell, lady,
How'd
what
you
the
get
hell are
my
you talking
resume?
about? Like, I didn't put in no resume, so where the fuck did you get this resume from? Like, she wasn't alarmed enough for me. I know she felt like anxious about it, But girl, I would have been losing my damn mind because I would have had to go down there like, look, I don't know where you got this resume from. Yes, I want this job, but that was not me. And now I have really bad anxiety about it. So I need to know where you got this from because
No,
it's going to
because
stress me the fuck out.
yeah, because like you have to think like she was going through an abusive relationship and like AJ did not realize where she was like to our knowledge. So
Hmm.
like the fact that she up and left her dude and then random weird stuff started happening to her, like I automatically thought like, oh, this man is he's setting her up for good so he can come back in her life and ruin her life. And that's what my thought was. I did not
Oh,
expect the
same.
twist because I
I
was like, it's gonna be
100%
bad.
thought, yeah. So pretty much in the story, Carla is being abused by AJ. She leaves town. She goes to Boston where her best friend Jamie lives, and she pretty much starts living there with Jamie. Jamie's trying to help her get a job and like start over new. So Carla, she's really close with like her sister and her mom, but they don't live in Boston with her. So she gets a job at a coffee shop. She runs into somebody one day in the park, but it was like such a quick encounter that you wouldn't think this person is really that important in the story.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, she starts getting like her favorite flowers sent to her and things. And notice this is alarming because nobody knows where she is. And so immediately I'm thinking, okay, AJ done found her somehow. He done tracked her down.
It's
Like
all the
he's
dark
trying to
romances we read, girl.
it's all the yeah. I read so much shit like that I'm like, this is a trap. This is absolutely a trap. Like even when she was like, "Well, I'll go in for the interview," I'm like, "Homegirl's about to get kidnapped. She's about to get
I felt the
killed.
same.
She's
Oh
gonna
my
get
god.
kidnapped." Like I thought it was a setup. So she gets this unknown number keeps calling her, and she answers it, and they're telling her like, "Hi, we got your resume. Blah blah blah. We want to meet for an interview." And so
And they
she
were
goes in.
winking at her too. Like they were sending like little cute like
Yeah, like
it was
kind of
cute. It was like
like flirty
flirty.
kind of, yeah. And so that was weird. And she went in and she gets the job, like they love her, and that's great. But I still feel like homegirl wasn't alarmed enough for me, because I definitely would have been like, oh no,
It's a
this is this
setup.
man, he's trying to kidnap me and kill me and take me back home so he can beat my ass some more. No thank you, I'm good. Like
Literally though. I definitely was I was more alarmed than she was. That's all I can say.
I was
Um
so like, once she started receiving random stuff, like all the red flags in my head were just like, I was like,
especially the
no, girl.
flowers.
Yes, I was like, girl, run,
When the
run. Like,
flowers came, I would have been like, I'm moving. I'm sorry I can't stay with you
yeah,
because he's out to get me, girl. He's right behind me. But this was more of a twist for me because I was like, I wanted, I wanted the darkness, of course. But
I was like,
it was
oh,
very
it
light.
really, I was like, it really is just a lady giving her a job. Like, you need these people. I was like this lady's not gonna like kill her and kidnap her and take
Thank
her back
you.
to AJ.
I'm
Like,
glad I'm not the only
I was
twisted
like,
mind here.
wow. Because in my mind, I was like, girl, this lady gonna chop you up. She gonna kill you. Like, don't go into that job interview. And then she goes and gets the job and she loves the job. And I was like, wow, that did not go how I thought it was gonna go in my head. I need therapy because I was on a completely different track.
Literally. I feel you. I feel you. Um Homeboy that was sending her all the stuff. I will say he was kind of sweet and like the way that he, discovered everything about her was sweet, but at the same
Hmm.
time, after what she went through and what she was going through with
Sir, you gotta
AJ,
be upfront. You gotta be
you
upfront, sir. Okay,
yeah, you
you
can't
gotta
be
be
just
upfront.
doing stuff like that to
You
me.
can't be just hiding in the shadows, okay? We like you gotta be upfront.
We was abused, homeboy. Like we
Because
need you to talk to us.
she's been through a lot, okay? So you gotta you gotta come with it. Like you can't just be hiding out, being a weirdo, okay? And it's like he was like so sweet. So it was nice, but man, the twist at the end of the book,
Girl,
anxiety. Like
yes.
anxiety.
And
Like I was like, oh my God. I was like, I hope she's working on this book right now, about to put it out like
she,
ASAP, because I need to know what happens. I need to know what happens.
I need to know too, because the cliffhanger, I was like, I don't want to give it up to everybody, but like
Yeah.
it really made me excited for the next book, because like right before the cliffhanger, we had this cute little scene where they were like on a date, and she was just like, she
On
was
top
in
of
a
the
good mindset.
world. It was
But she also had this bad dream, and that dream was wild. Like a homegirl had a vivid imagination when she went to sleep, because all her dreams that she had in this book were just out of control.
very
But the
much.
last one that she had, I just, something told me like, okay, the book's getting a little bit shorter, and I'm almost nearing the end. And so this dream felt real. Like the last dream that she had really felt real, and I was like, okay, something's gonna happen. And then when
Hmm.
the cliffhanger happened, I didn't expect it to be that. I thought like that she was gonna get popped up on. I thought she was gonna have like, it was gonna be direct to her.
Yeah, I also like when the cliffhanger happened, I was like, wait, what the fuck? I thought we were all having a good time. I thought this was a sweet little book. Like, what happened?
Like it's not what I expected. It's
No,
not.
it definitely took a turn, took a turn. And I was like, wait, what? And then I finished it and I'm like, okay, I'm like, now I'm gonna have to message her, like, girl, I can't even wait for the next book. Can you just tell me what happens? Like, I need to know. Like,
Girl,
I'm like, my mind is not going to rest. Like, I need to know what happens. Okay. I really need to know.
I literally made a TikTok asking her like, finish that book, please, because
Finish that
girl,
book. If
we
there's one thing you gonna do this year, finish that book,
finish
please.
that book, okay? Because I need to know what happens to homegirl, because I feel like her relationship should, expand, but all the shit that she's about to go through, I don't know if it's going to happen. So,
And she was doing so good. She had her two little jobs. She was finally making money. Like, it was so nice. And then it's just like, bam, it comes to a halt. And you're like, what the hell? You're like, wait,
yeah,
she was doing so good. Like, she was on a new track. She was starting a new life. It was, yeah, the ending to that was crazy. So if you're
yeah,
someone that likes cliffhangers, this one has a really good cliffhanger at the end.
yes. And I will have to see if we can s- get a date or some type of estimate on when the second one would be released.
Yes, because I need to read that. I need to know.
Yeah, I'm ready. I need it tomorrow.
So overall, what would you rate this book?
I would say it was. I really had no complaints. I would say. Let me see if there's anything that I would change in the book. I don't think I had anything that I would change or by any means. So I would give it a 5, honestly.
A 5. That's good. I think I would go 4.5. Just because I'm a hornball and I just needed a little bit more spice. That's
I
all.
definitely wanted more spice.
Like
Like
that's
for
I would say that's like the only thing, but the book overall was great. Like the
yeah,
writing was very great, the book was great, the storyline great. Like that's really the only thing that I would give it a 4.5, is that I wanted a little bit of more spice. But I'm assuming that's just because the first book seemed more like character development, like we were getting to know, all the characters and stuff.
hmm,
So who knows? Maybe second book.
maybe second book has more spice. It was a level 2 spice, so I gave
Yeah.
it. I I want to be like, yes, it needs absolutely more spice, because I could have used more. But that's my own personal preference, so I won't judge her on that.
Yeah.
But I do think that
It was a great book though.
it was a
It was
good book. I
great.
really enjoyed it. I've recommended it to a couple of people, um, as just, a book that is a little bit lighter than what we read.
Hmm.
But, I've heard good things about it from others. So I think it's a good book to share. I would definitely recommend it to more people.
Same. I
And
definitely would recommend it to other people. I think the storyline of the book was really great. And I feel like her writing is really good.
I
Um,
just thought it was really cute. Like I wanted the spice, and I wanted the drama and all of that stuff. But for a little breather book. It was really, really cute. And it was a nice, you know, tease away from, all the crazy trigger warnings that we go through.
I agree. I think I liked it. I enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it to others. So overall, I think this was a really good book.
Me too. I don't think I have anything else on the book. I think, again, no complaints. Um, but that's all from me.
Yes, and this was great for it to be like our first indie author book to read.
Yes.
Like, like that was it was a good one.
Yes, and hopefully we start getting some more people in. So if there's anybody else who has a book that they wrote and they're an indie author and they would like us to do some reviews on it, we are going to do an indie author month, but we also want to throw in some episodes here and there for our indie authors so they get recognition um, for their books so that we can, just highlight their books throughout each month and you know, get you guys seen.
Yes, because we appreciate it.
Very much so. Thank you so much for this book. It was a great read and
Yeah.
put out book 2,
Book
please.
two. We need book two, like right now.
Like today, please. Tomorrow. I'll take tomorrow, but
Right.
now.
And it goes a little something like you want summer and after